どういうゲームなんだろうね。
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too. Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
これもしかしてフルボイスか
？Crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes. Older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
何声渋いな。で、そういうことね。そういうゲームなんだね。
Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has. I don't even know what these papers are.
刑事かと思ったけど、なんか個人探偵っぽいな。
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays, at least in this price range. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case. My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know. I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not. I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever. The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter. M.B. Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
別に明かりがついたからといって選べれるところは増えてないかな。全部見たか。おお、手帳。なるほどね。ホテルアトラス。うお、映画じゃねえ、英語。ザ・チキンポリス。はいはい。サンティーノ、サニーフェザーランド。これが自分だね。で、相棒のマーティン。各新聞社が血の大晦日と呼ぶ事件を担当したことで名声を得た。彼らはその後10年近く順風満帆な活躍を続けるが、とある乱闘事件。ああ。この乱闘事件がきっかけで、相棒とも別れちゃって、奥さんもどっか行っちゃったってことかな。で、実話を元にした小説。メレディス・ H ・マーブルによって執筆。全10巻で結構人気だな。クロービルってのはこの国か。すごいね。独立都市国家。あ、はいはい。こういう収集要素もあるんだね。なるほど。これは持ち物かな。
Ironic, but ever since I've been on furlough, with only my fake badge sitting in my cabinet, I feel more like a cop than I ever had before. More like a Clawville cop, anyway.
乱闘事件で一回クビになったんだ。
Ironic, but oh man, I totally get you. I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now. Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
全部調べたかな。よし、じゃあこの鹿かな。見る。
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my
あ、
apartment on
アパ
New
ート
Year's
ね。
Eve?
実質ね、ここ。まあ話してみよ
Let me introduce myself.
う。デボラ。
My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
デボラ・イバネス。
You're mistaken, ma'am.
来る場所間違えてるぜ、マダム。来い。
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
見え見えかしら。
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Huh. Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Iちいち演出がかっこいいな。新しい世界観。あ。インパラか。インパラ、メス。特徴、美しく華奢。他に言えることはない。彼女は自分の雇い主のために使い走り。自分の雇い主。何やってる人？それもあれか。情報収集することによって増えていくのかな。なるほど、この世界の神話か。偉大なる野生の神々。パリーティ、タプティ、ヌクバルテティ。で、
Legs that go on for days, deep dark eyes, silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
買わないか。
My bedroom. That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats
なるほどね。
exactly?
依頼主、雇用主が脅迫されてる。
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through...
That's better.
なんて？
Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats.
ロ
What
グじゃなく
kind of
て
threats exactly?
リプレイなのかよ。
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. then carved into a brick, thrown through the window, and
レ
finally
インが放り込ま
they
れて
painted it on the wall of the house in giant
壁に
red
落書きもされてる
letters.
と。
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
お決まりの質問。
Please, that's why I'm here.
あ、なるほど。自分で選んで質問していくパターンね。の前に、あ、手書き。一石からじゃあなんか手がかりが出るかもな。待ってよ、オプションで。違うな。あー、間違えた。まあいいや。ログは見れないの？あー、ログはないんだ。リプレイしかないんだ。なるほどね。まあいいか。じゃあ、デボラに質問。
Legs that go. That's better.
あ、これ聞いた
Now,
聞い
if
た。
I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving.
新機能尋問ね。尋問じゃない、質問だ。当店は容疑者について知っている情報。ちょっと待って。部屋の中に雲がいる。どっから入った？まあいいか。話題、ジョン・ドゥ。この男は怪しい。俺は怪しいぞ。なるほどね。刑事メーターをプラスにするように質問していこうっていうことか。ぺちゃくちゃぺちゃくちゃいいね。
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
はい。まずは
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
もう一個だけ。君は一体何者かな？
I'm not somebody important, Mr.
なん
Featherland.
か言いよどんでるね。
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
大半は簡単な書類仕事。
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more. 疑い深い。いきなりこんなん聞いたらまずいかな。ちょっとプラス。まずはね、優しく。紳士的に。
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
趣味で住居侵入。そんなやついるか？
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland.
ああ、
This
ご
is
めんご
hard
めん。
for me as it is.
You're right. Sorry.
これちょっと印象悪いんじゃない？だよね。コンビ事案で疑い深い。わかんねえ。ジェントルマン的にはこういう、なんていうの？外堀というか関係ない話題から距離を詰める方がいいのかな。わかんねえ。お嬢さん、君の星座は？星座聞いたってな。これなんかハテナ一頭できたの？君だけで？なんかちょっと圧があるかな。こっちにするか。
Tell me, what's your star sign, sweetheart?
スターサインって言うんだ、星座。
My what? My star sign? I don't see how that's relevant.
そりゃそうだ。
I like to be unpredictable sometimes. It's an old detective thing. Just answer the question, please. You'll understand everything in time.
All right. The dancer.
踊り子座？
The answer is the dancer.
The dancer. I see. Thank you. This could be useful
踊り子
later
座ってな
on.
んだ？
If you say so.
これどう？あ、マイナス10じゃん。ダメじゃんか。今んとこマイナスか。もうこれはストレートに行くか。
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
なんで勝手に入り込んでまでね。
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my
イバネズ
mistress,
ってあれか。
and she thought it's also
ギ
important
ターの
to
メーカー
you.
のアイバニーズみたいな発音か。アイバネズみたいな。アイバネズ。イバネズ。どっちにしろ言いづらいな。女主人にとって特に重要。あ、顔見知りなんだ。このサニーとデボラさんの雇い主は。
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
よし、プラス10。あれ？今気づいたけど、一個だけなんか、あ、違うか。別に関係ないか。何を目当てに来たか。生まれ育ちはクロービル。なぜ雇い主が直接来ないか。でもまあこれじゃない？ちょっと一番上はねえ、怖がってるから怖いよね、こんなこと言われたら。
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha
yeah.
Katsenko. She
雇い主
hasn't
は
been
ナ
leaving
タ
our
ーシャ。
home lately.
ナター
Only
シ
she
ャ・キ
really
ャッ
has
ツェンコ。
to.
猫かな。
How so?
やっぱ猫だ。
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages. And everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of
有名
woman.
人なんだ。
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
なんかはっきりしないね、この人。えーっと。確かに警察署じゃなくて直接アパート来たからな。どうやって知ったのか。もうここからは全部直球かな。何を期待して、ああ、これかな。こ
What
れだな。
exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
どうしてほしいのかわかんないから。
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
口が硬い。やっぱなんか隠してんのかな。
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
ハートオブゴールド。
Okay, let's stop it right there.
で、プラス5か。そうだね。厄介ごとに何が起きてるのかをまず知りたいかな。
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things
違
that
うん
are
だ。
left
言わぬが花って
unsaid.
ことはなんかやっぱ隠してんな。
Then you're wasting my time.
本当だよ。
I
時間の無駄。
trust your instincts. You'll manage
直
it.
感を信じてる。
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
もうはっきりしてよ。
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino. I'll explain everything.
なんか呼び方も毎回違うな。フェザーランドさんって言ったり、サンティーノさんって言ったり。
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
なんかこういう粋な言い回しが、ほい。遠回りでめんどくさいな。
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
お、プラス15。いいね。白状する気がないのなら、これに何の意味か。君のことを信じるべき理由があるのかな。どっちかな。あ、こっちか。
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
おう。100千個だっけ、なんだっけ。割と深い仲なんだね。
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer.
選択肢が減ってきた。
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, My mistress's partner is Hobart
Hobart Whistler.
Whistler, or as most people know him,
旦那の名前か？またの名を。
Ibn Wessler,
Ibn Wessler.
the kingpin.
ギャングとつながってんだ。
exactly.
なるほどな。あ、ネズミ。
Feathery gods help me.
パートナーっていうのはあれか、ビジネスの話かな。ギャングのボスとつながっ、なんか悪いことしてんな。じゃあ
So you get it now.
なるほ
The
どね。
secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
ギャングのボスと共謀して何をしてるんか。お、いいじゃん。真の刑事。伝説のチキンポリスの復活だ。なるほど。あ、これによってあれか。得られる手がかりが変わってくるっていうことかな。真のデカ。再試行コンティニュー。どっちも同じ意味じゃないの？あ、コンティニューは続けるか。でもこれよりいい結果はないよね、きっと。よし。じゃあちょっと入手した情報をまとめよう。インパラのデボラさん。雇い主はナターシャ・キャッツェンコ。そうね。で、そのナターシャさんは裏でイブン・ウェスラーとつながってると。イブン・ウェスラーは、悪名高きギャングのボスと。だから多分猫とネズミが裏で何かやってるのを見ちゃったのかな、デボラさんは。確かなんか回りくどい言い方をするから全部信じていいかって言ったら微妙だな。で、そうだね。裏でギャングとつながりがあるから、なんか悪いこと起きるんじゃないかなっつって、ちょっと怯えてると。で、雇い主、ナターシャ・キャッツェンコ。猫、メス。驚くほど、これ何色って読むの？一水の水って同じだっけ？でも水色、緑色かな？多分緑色だね。で、トラブルに巻き込まれてて、直接来れないから、デボラさんを使わしたっていう感じかな。で、脅迫。まあ、大体これ、ネズミに脅迫されてるでしょ。こいつね。ホバート・イブン・ウェスラー、ネズミ、オス。男前でカリスマ性もあるが、ギャングのクソ野郎だよな。すげえじゃん。不動産王で銀行の、これ何？当主かな？当主、頭取か。銀行頭取。美術館のオーナー。酒の醸造屋。密輸業者。情報ブローカー。これでもまだ肩書きの半分。すげえな。 旦これで全部か。え
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes.
ここは変わんないんだ。
Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal.
なんかこういうハードボイルド系って美人には裏があるみたい
Legs that
な。
go on for days. Deep, dark eyes.
こりゃ厄介ごとにって言って
Silky
たもんね。
skin and voice. You're in big trouble,
ま
pal.
あ、あれか、バイオのエイダとか、ルパンの藤子的な感じなんだろうね。
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights,
確かに警
fingerprints.
察行けばいい
You
んだ
know
よ
the
ね。
drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
うん。
Please, take a look at this.
お、なんだ
Well, okay. Let's see.
これか。ああ、裏面ね。I know メリーかな。読めないよ。
I know Molly
メリー
very
でモリだっ
well.
た。
Please note this when deciding whether or
あ
not
あ、I
to
know
accept
モリ
my assignment.
ベリーウェルね。
Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
あと待って、もう一回。
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
N。ああ、ナターシャの N ね。
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there?
あれ
I
確
glanced
か
at
に
the
あれ
opposite wall with the
モリー
well-worn
って
picture
出てった
frames.
嫁
Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
え
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand.
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
脅迫のことをブラックメールっていうの
Don't play innocent with me.
But
なんか英語の勉強になるね。
All right. When can I visit?
visit? Me?
違う違う、ナターシャ。
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Czar Club.
サーリクラブ。
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded
クラブの
clubs?
ビップルームにいるとかそういう系か
No, she's really not
あ、
like
クラブの
that.
オーナーなんだ。
But she owns the
クラブ
place.
絶対このギャングとつながってクラブでなんか怪しいもん売ってるでしょ。
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
あ、てかこれ大晦日の話。なんか時期的にちょうどいいね。
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem,
心配事
Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my
あ
visit.
そうだね。ギャングに知られちゃうと
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
Call me Sunny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
あ、友達のウサギ。えーっとCZAR でツァーリって読むんだ。難しいね。で、そう。猫がなんか嫁のこと知ってんだよね。どういうつながりがあったのか。ルイス・シー・ヘイワース。ウサギオス。俺の旧友。喋るとどもる癖がある。あ、はいはい。ホテルのオーナーさんか。このハイホテルで二人じゃねえや。あいつと俺の、そっか。鶏とウサギだから両方、1話2話か。この一人称っていうか、一匹とか一話とかって、英語はなんて言うんだろう。気になるな。あ、電話番号。555の932ね。これ電話するんかな多分。デボラ送ってもらわなきゃいけないし。サーリクラブ。怖っ。ふんだんな富と振りかざせる拳を持った連中。警官相手には商売しない。やっぱりなんかクラブ内で裏取引みたいなのあるっぽいよね。バッジが汚れているなら別。汚職警官ね。とりあえず電話するか。555の932で、違う。5の932。
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
なるほどね。経済危機。なんかそんな、あったっけ？特にそういうのは経済危機か。この世界でもなんかあったのか。リーマンショック的な。 ん。
Why do I have the feeling these big Bambi eyes would get me into trouble? Could I ask you a few more questions, Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny.
あら。まだなんかあるんか。これは長くなりそうだな、このゲーム。どうしよう。ルイス呼んだけど、ちょっと先に。あ、何？ああ、何を聞くかっていうことね。順番に行ける？
I've already told you more.
Afraid you'll get your hands dirty?
I'm afraid I already did.
時すでに遅しってことは、なんかもう加担しちゃってる系？
Do you think my whereabouts aren't a secret?
Do you think they ever were?
あれ、意外と筒抜け？
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city, but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in
あ
it.
あ、何も結構有名なんだ。
Oh, please, flatter me more.
なるほどね。
So, Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure you would have thrown me out.
ああ、やっぱベテラン刑事も嫌がるぐらいイブン・ウェスラーの名前ってのはでかいんだ。でもこのクロービルを牛耳ってるギャングのボスだもんね。
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
そうだよね。
I only know he's an influential businessman.
ビジネスマン？
Isn't that the same?
うん。
Not even you can see the world as that black and white.
そうね、白黒。グレーゾーンが一番儲かるっていうからね。
Sonny, I've already told you what I know. I've never read the message. My job was to give it to you and nothing more.
You really are this innocent, aren't you?
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Let me give you some advice, sister. Leave the city and get as far as you can from the likes of Ibn Wessler.
あ、そうだよね。
It's not so simple, Mr. Featherland. My mistress needs me.
うん。当てにされてるっつっても、ま
Is
とめ
she
て消
really
されちゃう
that
んだ。
important to you? That you drive around in the dead of night to questionable places to deliver messages you know absolutely nothing about?
I would do more than that for her.
なんかこの人も、なんか弱みを握られてるとか
I see. You're
あるんかな？
smooth. Real smooth.
うん。
Thank you, Mr. Featherland.
Sonny, please. Just Sonny. So this Natasha dame.
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to my mistress about the details. Miss Katsenko was very clear on this matter.
I see. But
Please, Sonny, let's not make this even more uncomfortable.
もう答えられることはないってことだよね。
okay, understood. Let's drop it.
Thank you.
よし。よし、じゃあ、ルイス君。
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve.
彼女を送ってやってくれ。
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
あれ、まだいる。
I can always...
Don't even mention.
You got anything planned for today?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub.
Well, I didn't mean to... I owe you a lot of those.
That's true. I don't deny it.
うん。でもなんかいいやつっぽいな。彼女は嘘をついていた。ん？なんて言ってたっけ？死刑本部別名肉引き機って何？すげえ物騒な。セーブとかってどこでするんですかね？オートセーブですかね？
Ironic, but...
あ、はははは。サイドストーリー的な。結構ボリューミー。なるほどね。なるほどね。基本的にメインシーンを進める前に限定シーンを進めとかないと閉鎖しちゃうってことね。今のところはまだ行けるとこない。ないっぽいね。じゃあ相棒を見てから終わろうかな。おほほほほ。
It was New Year's Eve.
かっこいい。
And I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Chapter 1. で、ツアー
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
10年前のこの事件で元相棒に憎まれてんだ。何があったんだ？なんか怪しいなこいつ。
Did you miss me? No? Same here.
わ、弾痕ある。
This happened when that old bloodhound, Bloodboil, was promoted to chief of police. The Castilia clan thought this would frighten the old hound, but they were so wrong. Retaliation came the next morning. Raids on 4 warehouses, a dozen bad guys dead, and twice as many busted. Nobody messed with old Bloodboil after that. Or Chief Marrowbone, as they call him around here. Could have been fixed up ages ago, but it was the Chief's explicit demand not to. They can say a lot of things about the old hound, but he's got a sense of drama for sure. Could have been fixed up.
今の本部長は結構やり手なんだ。かわいい。
Every time this poster disappears, good old Bloodboil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already.
何、本部長と仲悪いの？
Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief. Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages. Phyllis and Roy's. Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
あ、両方ハリネズミか。あ、本当だ。カッパが穴開いちゃってんじゃん。
The bullet hole in my crest is worth more than these two combined.
トサカに穴開いてんの？
The bullet hole in my crest is worth more than these two combined.
鶏のトサカって神経とか血管って頼ってんのか？頼ってるか？
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching at over here? I heard the big boss threw you
み
out.
んな声が渋いな。
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Bloodboil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
本部長が不在で、マロイってのは誰だろうね。
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
そう。
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range.
ああ、シューティングレン
As
ジ。なるほど
always.
ね。
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
The bullet hole. By the way, what's with the raincoats? Couldn't you find an umbrella?
そういうサニーはレインコートっすら。
Why? Frank says it'll be rain. And see, it's raining. He's a frog, so he must know.
あ、カエルもいるんだ。
Yeah, well, I'm a rooster, but I hate getting up early.
俺はオンドリだが、それでも早朝は苦手。
Raincoats are just fine, okay. You have a problem with that, Sonny?
No, just, you know, the spikes
そうだよ
sticking
ね。
through and all.
レインコートボロボロやん。
Is something wrong with our spikes, chicken?
いけなくはないけどさ、穴開いちゃってるじゃん。
Yeah, you know what? Just forget it. Whoa. Don't you freeze,
こ
boys?
う会話パターン
It's
多いな。
cold outside.
Yeah, truth be told, I'll freeze to my bones, Sonny. Even through this jacket, I'm completely soaked.
Really? I don't know why.
Don't listen to him, Royce. And you got nothing better to do? Bugger off.
Okay, okay. Just sometimes you two truly amaze me.
もういいか。よし。じゃあ入るか。
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history,
教会、病院、
but if
カ
I'm
ルト
not
教団の秘密
mistaken,
の隠れ家。
this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some
こん
insane
なところを。
cult secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some
酔っ払った
drunk
豚。
pigs in the basement.
おう。なんかいっぱいいる。これなんだ？くちばしがあるからこれは鳥っぽい。で、トカゲ。これなんだっけ？犬なんだけど、なんとかテリアっていう犬種かなこれ。で、これも犬かな？お、虎。なんか見るとこいっぱいだな。うん、1時間経ったし、終わろうかな。はあ、なんか結構一本道かと思ったけど、収集要素も多そうだし、大変そうだな。一応新情報見とくか。これさっきの俺はこいつが嫌いだ。なるほどね。確かに仲悪そう。うん。ああ、こっちも嫌いなんだ。あ、マーティは優しい。結構相棒のことは評価してるんだ。で、ボスコレリ、オーグライナダス。目の前通るものは何だって食いちぎるって。やば。ハチドリか。最初、あと天使。なんか受付の子可愛いんだ。ちょっと声聞きたいな。まあ、今度にするか。モート。あ、コモードドラゴンだって。こんなんまでいるんだ。で、これが本部長ね。ルシウス・ウィルフォード・ブラッドボイル。これ犬種かな。違うな。これなんだろうのキャニスなんとかかんとかファミリアです。まあいいか。セーブとかはないんかな。 スケープから終了していいんか。ないよね。ああ、まあいいか。ここから戻れるんなら。よし。じゃあ終わろうかな。フルボイスだから、なんかあれだな。じっくり時間かけてやるのが面白いかもな。なんか神宮寺三郎とか、あとはあれか、シルバー事件とか、そういうのが好きな人はいいかもね。またちびちびやってこう。よし。じゃあ寝るかな。暑いな。じゃあ終わります。お疲れ様でした。